Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the cast of Jersey Shore and how they have changed over the years. We will also be sharing some interesting facts that you probably have never heard of. Let's check it out. The cast lived in the same Seaside Heights, New Jersey house during seasons 1, 3, 5, and 6. The pad has seen its fair share of parties and drinks, and that's not just because the cast called it home. According to a New Jersey real estate site, the Jersey Shore house was up for rent after the show finished. Would you rent the iconic party pad? To make sure the cast couldn't communicate off camera, producers forbade them from writing notes to each other. If the crew couldn't say something to the camera, they were instructed to not say it at all. Season 2 of the show almost had an entirely different cast. Producers weren't sure if they wanted to keep the original crew or not, so they actually started assembling an alternate cast just in case. Perhaps it was a good idea that they stuck with the original cast, given the success of the show. Drinking alcohol was one of the few things they were allowed to do in the house. According to Snooki, that's why they did so much of it. According to the NY Daily News, the cast was allegedly paid just a few $100s per episode for season 1. But for season 2, the cast got a big pay raise, $10,000 an episode. Not a bad amount of money for partying with some friends. Remember when the cast worked at the t-shirt shop? It turns out that people would line up for hours to get in. Producers only allowed a few customers into the shop at a time, and each person was instructed to act natural and pretend they had no idea that the person ringing up their t-shirt was like very famous. Jersey Shore might have looked like the ultimate party to us viewers, but behind the scenes, there were many strict rules that the cast had no choice but to obey. In fact, Snooki confessed to V Magazine that living in the Shore house almost felt like being in jail for 2 months. During the filming of the first season, Vinny thought about leaving all the time, even though he appeared to be having fun, because he wasn't used to all the cameras documenting every single thing he did. During the 5th season, when the cast was back in Jersey after returning from Florence, poor Vinny had finally had enough and left. Despite the title of the show, only 2 stars out of the entire cast lineup are actually from the Garden State. Sammy's sweetheart comes from the township of Hazlet, while Dina Nicole Cortez, who joined the show during the 3rd season, now calls New Egypt home. And that wraps it up for the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more.